So I'm back, bro. I was watching this video about LeBron James, about the GOAT debate between like we all know MJ and LeBron James, and I reached this point and then the video just stopped recording. I don't know what happened, but I'm too lazy to attach both videos together. So I'm gonna tell you what happened. Okay, I'm gonna explain what happened. Bear with me. So we got MJ, we got LeBron, MJ the GOAT, and LeBron. My opinion is MJ is the GOAT. Reason why, I'm gonna say it at the end of the video. And we got LeBron James. Now, this dude, Jimmy High Roller, which is a GOAT in reviewing basketball videos, he searched 112 basketball players, former and current players, okay? And most of them said MJ is the GOAT, and some said LeBron, which is like below 50%, and some said Kareem, and some said Wilt, and some said Kobe. That was the video. Now let's continue, shall we? Yes, we should. Yes, we should.
They find themselves to be the GOATs, but they've never outright said it. But even more revealing is that time and time again, NBA players, the guys that know the game better than anyone else, choose Kobe Bryant as a top 3 player, and in some cases the GOAT, while most fans don't even have him in their top 5. In fact, a lot of the guys who picked Jordan as their GOAT, like Kawhi, Durant, Jimmy Butler, James Harden, Vince Carter, and dozens more, actually had Kobe at number 2 and not LeBron, which speaks volumes as to what these players value and how they define greatness. I personally think that fans of the NBA tend to factor in the totality of a player's career when considering where they rank all time, which only makes sense, whereas NBA players put more value in the actual ability and capability of all-time greats when ranking them. NBA players tend to see past narratives.
I think other than that, it's like the impact the people, like the impact a player does outside the game, like LeBron being like famous outside the game, him being like inspirational for a lot of kids. His story of him being in Cleveland, he had nothing and everything, and then he making it to the NBA and being like a great prospect, and then succeeding into being the player that he is now. That also makes people, like especially the youngins, to say that okay, that's my GOAT. You feel me? Without even seeing like previous players. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, I'm not an old head. I'm young. I didn't watch. In fact, I didn't watch LeBron till like after the 2010s, maybe 2013s, 14s. You feel me? I didn't know about LeBron when I was a kid. None of that. And I didn't know about MJ. I didn't know about Kareem. I didn't know about Wilt. But when I make my research, when I watch how players played, when I watch like what MJ did, what Kareem did, what Will did, what Larry did, I'm adding everybody from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2010s, and above that. I gotta bring my food, y'all. My bad.
Fortune or misfortune, and rather assess these players based simply on how good they are at playing basketball. Now, I want to point something out. Most of the players that played against Jordan picked Jordan as their GOAT, but a lot of the players that played against LeBron also picked Jordan as their GOAT. In fact, if we look at the eras these players played in and how they voted, players... Let's go!
Hola, ¿cómo estás? My man's staring at boxes. Okay, that's cool, man. I won't judge. What is that big floaty rock? I like this place. It's a whole nother vibe from the rest of the world. Oh, here we go. We got some fools over here. Hey, who trying to fight, dog? You trying to fight? You think just because you level 83 then I won't...
I'm back, y'all. I'm back. Give me a sec.
What do you think, man? Like, you just think that... You just... Do you ever wanna do...
If y'all think I take off the mask, bro, I'll never take it, bro. I'm always with this mask, bro. My bad, bro. My bad.
Every decade chose Jordan as their GOAT.
So yeah, as I was saying, like when you watch all of these players, bro, 90s, 80s, 70s, 60s, 2010s, above that, when you watch, bro, you could see, bro, how a specific player is a winner, how a specific player, the way he played, the way people, even after he's gone from the game, how people are like playing his game, doing the moves that he was doing, taking inspiration from him, how he was a winner, how long it took him to be a champion, how long it took him to take the championship, what he did when he took the championship, how many clutch moments that he had, how he changed the team. I'm speaking too much, but that's the facts. How he left the game, came back, took 3 more rings, and dipped again. You feel me? All of that adds up to being like
With LeBron,
a GOAT.
the vast majority of his votes came from players who may have simply been too young to watch Jordan play. This isn't to say they chose LeBron by default due to their age, but it is something worth considering. But what about the guys that played against or with LeBron, Kobe, and Michael Jordan throughout the course of their careers? Well, this is where things get really interesting, because out of the 112 players who were surveyed, 27 of them played against LeBron, Kobe, and Jordan during their NBA career. And of those 27 players, 1 of them said Kobe was the GOAT, 4 of them said LeBron was the GOAT, and 22 of them said
That's
MJ
what I'm
was the
saying, bro.
GOAT.
That's what I'm
Just
saying.
think about that.
Even, bro, if you watch how they speak about
Actually played
MJ,
against and guarded Kobe, LeBron, and Jordan.
it's like when they speak about him, bro, it's like he was unguardable. He was like, if they played against him, they had a long night. You know, they didn't know how to deal with him. You know what I'm saying?
81% of them say MJ was the greatest player. But we can take this even further. What about the guys that played with Michael Jordan and LeBron James? Well, among these 112 players, 27 of them were teammates of either LeBron or MJ. And of these 27 players, 20 of them agreed MJ was the GOAT, and only 6
Scotty the hater.
said LeBron was the GOAT. And I think this might just be the most revealing aspect of this entire experiment.
Yep.
The fundamental difference between some of the best players of all time, like Kareem, LeBron, Wilt, Magic, versus Michael Jordan, is that players respected these
Ooh,
all-time
that
greats,
pass from MJ,
but they
from
fear MJ. They appreciate
Magic Johnson.
LeBron and Magic and Kobe, but they revere Michael Jordan. Among all the interviews and articles I sifted through to gather the information for this video, it seemed like every time a player talked about Michael Jordan, whether they played with him, against him, watched him, they were all in amazement. Just talking about his game, you could see their eyes light up, like they were talking about some mythical being or something. They're all NBA players. They've all reached the pinnacle of their sport, and yet none of them see Michael Jordan.
Look at him,
as
bro.
their
Like, this guy.
peer, but rather above them, like he's on a tier of his own. This untouchable, unattainable, immortal status. The man retired from the NBA decades ago, and yet it still remains Michael Jordan, and then everyone else.
That's right. That nothing else. The man retired decades ago, but still Michael Jordan than everybody else. Hope y'all enjoyed this video, bro. Hope you enjoyed it. My last word, bro. I don't want to say. All that I want to say is that, bro. Like, I watched I like history. I like watching like every type of player. I like watching like the history of the NBA. Who made changes? Like, I know that without MJ, without Magic Johnson and Larry Bird, the NBA would have not been the NBA that we have today, because they took care of it. I know Kareem did the same thing. Will too. I know the 90s, bro. When you look at MJ, bro, he only had Scotty. You feel me? He only had Scotty. And when Scotty didn't perform, they had MJ. And when MJ left, Scotty couldn't do nothing. You feel me? When MJ left in the 3 seasons, he didn't do nothing. If Scotty was that of because Scotty said I was in the shadows of MJ. Well, the guy gave you 3 seasons to prove yourself. You didn't do nothing. You feel me? So you got MJ, which built the team. He had the team. He made them stronger. He made them confident. He challenged them in training. He did everything, bro. If you watch The Last Dance, his documentary, the guy was from another planet, bro. He was from another planet. If he wanted to win, he won. You feel me? Then you got LeBron. He's a winner. I'm not saying that he's not. He's a winner. But when you see like the shot from Kyrie against Golden State, and you see the shot from Ray Allen at the Miami Heat against the Celtics, and you see the 2020 with AD with Rondo, Caruso also playing like he played a phenomenal season. When you see all of these, bro, you could see like a guy is a winner, but like if he's not around a good people, if he's not around people that would change the game for him, he might have lacked. Let me end on that note.